Hiya, I hope you're keeping well. Today I'm going to show you a really simple, fresh, everyday makeup look, so I hope you enjoy. As always, everything I've used is listed in the description of the video, so if you click to make it a full screen, the title will come up along the top, click the arrow next to it and a full list of products will drop down. So before I do my makeup, I'm going to prep with my skincare. I put a question sticker up the other day asking what kinds of things you want to see in videos, and Elisabeth, you had said that you wanted a really fresh skin look. Definitely the kind of thing that is only going to look as fresh as your skincare prep, but also I got this foundation recently. It's really lovely and it's really great at making your skin just look like skin but still giving the coverage where you need it, so I thought I'll show you that today. But first of all, I'm going to prep with some of the IT Cosmetics Bye Lines Serum. This is a hyaluronic acid serum, and funnily enough, yesterday I was doing a live on the IT Cosmetics page and I said I was going to use this, and this lady wrote, you haven't got lines, why are you using this? But the thing with Bye Lines, because it's a hyaluronic acid, regardless of whether you're wanting to target lines or not, your makeup will sit beautifully if you've prepped with this, because that hyaluronic acid is just going to retain moisture, and I'm going to follow up with a moisturiser. This will just help to really retain that hydration, and that in turn will help to keep my skin looking healthier and keep my foundation in place. So I'm going to follow up with the Dr. Jart Ceramidin. This is a really lovely buttery moisturiser. So I'm quite dry at the moment. So this is the kind of thing, if I show you the consistency, lovely and rich, beautiful base for your foundation, and again just going to really contribute to this healthy skin look. Okay, next I'm going to show you the Face Atelier Ultra Foundation Pro. I bought this recently and I think it's really lovely. How I found it, Donny Davy, the makeup head on Euphoria, she does these like deep delves into the makeup on the show that I just love. And then Laura had sent me a link to this other journalist that I've just started following who's great, Kirby Johnson at Law. She did like a makeup tour of the Euphoria set with Donny Davy, and then Donny spoke through some of the things that they used on set. Obviously there's loads of them, but she was saying that she likes them to look like they haven't got a foundation on, and that if she is going to use foundation, this would be one of the ones that makes it look like the person hasn't got a foundation on. So I really wanted to try it, in particular with redness. Say with my skin, like lots of parts of it don't have redness, and so if I could just cover those bits, I feel like I could give the illusion of a much fresher base. So that's what I'm going to show you. So I've given it a good shake. A tiny bit of that goes a really long way, and I'm going to use a Peaches and Cream PC02 because that's quite small. It will help me to get this just into those certain areas, and I'm starting on the back of my hand so that I can pick up as much as I need and not pick up any extra. It was really funny actually. I made a TikTok when I bought this, just like trying it and sharing ideas, and I had so many professional makeup artists comment like to the effect of, I've been using that for years, I can't believe you've not heard of it. But I've genuinely never come across this. Like, you know, the amount of people's makeup bags I've seen, or, you know, I love watching videos. I can't believe I hadn't tried it. But they seem so lovely. Like, say on the TikTok, there were a few questions about shades. And what you can do on TikTok is you can respond with a video. I know you can do that on here now as well. But basically then, the lady from the Face Atelier page did a video reply to help with colour matching, and they just seem absolutely lovely. But anyway, back to the point at hand. Oh, by the way, I'm going to avoid my eye area because I'm going to dip out and do a little video on some tips for covering dark circles. And before you say what you want about, you haven't got dark circles, I haven't got particularly dark circles, but I just feel like I wanted to do a technique video based on that, because in particular this year, I love talking about redness, obviously, and I'm always going to do that. as a real focus. But like, I don't want you to feel like you can't ask me about another technique that you might want to see, because obviously for the course of the pandemic, I've been sat here doing my own face. But prior to that, I've done lots of people's makeups with all kinds of different skin needs. So feel free to ask away about anything at all. And I want to make sure I'm covering lots of different topics in my videos. I've got loads left and I barely took any out to begin with. But how lovely is that? It does look really rich because I'm under artificial light. It's such a shame because I need the light to show you what I'm doing, but I can see myself in a mirror and it's much fresher, but I'll obviously powder that down. But like, it just looks really healthy, doesn't it? But it's covered all the redness. I'm gonna keep my powder quite local really to the centre of the face. This is the Beauty Pie powder, which I feel like is a lovely one for when you want to set your makeup into place but you don't want to lose any luminosity. And the tiny brush, this is a Doll Beauty brush, is just helping me to have complete control over where this powder is going so that I'm not kind of losing the luminosity all over. I just want to kind of calm down the centre of the face. Now I'm going to shape the eyebrows. I'm using a little bit of the IT Cosmetics Brow Power, and because I'm going fairly fresh today, I do want to tidy them up, but I also might make them a tiny bit sharper than usual, just so that I've got like a polished accent somewhere to make it for everything else being a bit more fresh. Now, just really quickly, obviously I'm very fair. I just want to add like a tiny touch of warmth, and I'm going to do that with a soft fluffy brush and Makeup by Mario's Soft Sculpt in medium. Double check the shade, yeah, medium. Also, while I'm here, Sarah Keary, I've just been trying some of her brushes. She's an Irish makeup artist. They're absolutely lovely. They wash really well. This particular one is called the Contour and Blush Brush. It's quite small, so if you wanted to chisel but still get quite like a soft finish, it's a really, really lovely size. And see that there, like I'm barely using any pressure. That's one thing I would really recommend if you're wanting like a really fresh makeup look and you don't want to look like you've got absolutely loads on. Just go really gently with your brush and you'd be amazed. Like, look how deep that stick is and look at the colour on the brush. But I don't look like I've got something really overly warm on. It's just giving a tiny little touch of that kind of, you know, natural sun kiss that you'd get if you were sat in the garden or something. And I've clipped my hair back because if you're blonde, you'll know how easy it is for half of these things to just end up all over your hair. And now for blusher. Suze, you'd asked me for tips for where to apply blusher on more mature skin. A couple of things. First of all, I would say that you might like to use a cream. They'll sit really beautifully and just add that extra luminosity. And then another thing I would say, this goes for everyone. This is something I picked up on TikTok actually. When you do the age-old like smile, do your blusher, and then when you stop smiling, the blusher can have gone all the way down here. So I'd actually say try and keep quite a neutral expression and go a little bit higher than naturally where your blusher would hit, because it will give a gentle kind of lift to the skin. I'm using Victoria Beckham's Major. I have to say, like, Victoria Beckham's makeup is absolutely fab. I know that, like, in particular at the moment, lots and lots of celebrities per se have got makeup brands, but I really think she's given this the same attention as, you know, if she wasn't Posh Spice, if she wasn't Victoria Beckham, the fashion designer. I think it's really lovely. Now, while I've been rambling on about that, I've been picking this up with two hands and patting it on the back of my hand. This is warming it up, but also it just means that I can pat it on and give a really soft flush of colour. These sticks are so handy when you're in a rush, but also for the likes of me, I don't want to lift any coverage off. In particular, when I've just kind of really painstakingly put it on gently. So that just helps to give a really soft flush, and you get the control back because you can pick it up from the back of your hand and build as much as you want. Whereas if you've gone straight in and it's too much, you're panicking about what it looks like. Now I'm going to go back to my old tricks. If you've seen my videos before, sometimes I'll do things in an order that doesn't make sense, but it's because I want most of my makeup to be done. I'll then come off this video, make a TikTok and come back, and I want to do an eye video today, so I'm going to leave my eyes completely bare and do my lips. I'm going to start with Charlotte's Pillow Talk lip liner. And then I'm following up with one of the new Sisley lipsticks. This is the shade Sheer Blossom. Can I just show you, I'm always really conscious. I say whenever I receive things to try, the first thing I do is throw the packaging away, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the packaging looks like, because it's whether the makeup's going to look nice on our face, isn't it? However, I think when it comes to lipsticks, sometimes you just want like that little indulgent thing in your handbag, and the packaging of these is beautiful. But anyway, let's go in. That is lovely. Do you know what it reminds me of? It's kind of like Pillow Talk lip liner if it was glossy and balmy and a bit more peachy. Really nice. Okay, I just dipped out to film a video about working with dark circles. So I've used the Becca Under Eye Corrector, and I'll post that to my page separately. And then just to finish this makeup look, Alison, you'd asked me for a mascara that doesn't go kind of dry or crunchy through the day. And I'd really recommend this L'Oreal Volume Million Lashes Balm Noir mascara. I did work with them on the launch of this, just to be really transparent. But basically, it's a balm in mascara. It's a really glossy, almost buttery feel, very hydrating, really comfortable to wear, and I think it'd be perfect for you if you don't want any of that kind of dryness. So I'll show you this one now. And while I think of it, actually, because it is quite a buttery formula, I would really recommend that you powder the eye area. I'm just using a bit of my Beauty Pie powder here again, just to ensure that it doesn't print or smudge. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. If there's anything else in particular you'd like to see a video on, let me know and I can get planning it. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.